Well, I thought I'd give an update on my arum, and you can see with that that hooded thing right there. Let's see if I can. Got several of them getting ready to come up. Now the flowering part in the middle, the stamen, supposedly turns red, but mine never did last year. Wasn't that big last year though. But it's very poisonous. So, I mean, I'm not worried about any of our animals around here getting into it. But I've got several of those coming up this year, which tells me that probably this plant will take up, 4 or 5 times as much garden room. And that's fine. One of my neighbors is going to come take some of it. Let me show you what else is going on in the gardens. Okay, here we are a few days later, and you can see 3 of the bloom thingies. And there's actually more, because there's one that's hiding down in there, and then there's one over here that hasn't quite opened up yet. And I don't know, these things are supposed to have red berries, but mine never do. Maybe they're just not, the plant's not mature enough? I don't know. Anyways, this year I have 5 of those blooms. Last year I had 2. So these are our roses. And they are blooming really nicely. I don't know if they're in focus or not. And we have the yellow ones. The yellow ones smell really gorgeous. And these just look pretty. And then we have, let me just go back a little bit. The crown of thorns. Whew, that stuff is nasty. Nasty in that you do not want to mess with it. It'll get you. And then right up here, these are just starting to bloom. These are the purple ones. My camellia bush tree, which goes right up to the roof of my house. It still has some blossoms on it, but mostly are gone. And then over here I have the one that's like a real light pink or white. Those are almost gone. These little yellow flowers. They're a succulent. I can't think of the name of them. I'll put it in the description. These are the ones that survived on the plane coming back from my dad's funeral. And you can see they're still going. And over here, the red ones are still going. We've had so much rain lately that there's a lot of rot. And you can see the leaves just turned brown, just rotted. And there's good drainage, they just rotted. There's just too much rain for them. And some little green worm has been eating those. Yeah, my geraniums. Gotta find that little green worm and get rid of him. Hello everyone, it is Tuesday, April 14th. And the birds are going to start chirping. That's just that. So, just want you to know this is a virus-free zone here. No virus in our little complex of like 5 units here. Just absolutely no virus. So, if you haven't heard from me, just because it seems like for me to sit down and edit a video, there's always something else I have to do. And have you ever noticed if you have like a chore or something that you have to do, how many other things you can get done because you're avoiding that one thing? Yeah, so, but I did get my taxes done over the weekend, even though our taxes are not due until July 15th this year. I just said, it's not like my 2019 income's going to change, so I just did it and it's done and off my plate. That was one of those things that I was like, put that off, put that off, put that off. Oh, look, I need to vacuum. Oh, I can vacuum. Oh, I can do this, I can do that, because I'm avoiding doing that one thing. But anyhow, so I have been crocheting, although I didn't crochet over the weekend. Not because it was Easter, but just because I needed a break. I've been working on those Jada blankets. In fact, I have been working on Afghans for maybe the last 18 months. And with these 3 last Jada blankets, I think that's going to kind of be it for a while on the Afghans. And yeah, I'm close to the finish line in a way, and I'm slowing down because I just need a break from them. But I did go ahead, and on Friday I finished making all those little houses. So I had 18 houses to make. So those are all done. I just need to slow them down. And really, that to me, well, the border is a big project, which those are already done, and the houses are the next biggest project on the whole thing. And so the 2 biggest parts of it are done. Yeah, I have to slow them down, but that's not a biggie. So I decided, you know, I just need a break. I need to crochet an amigurumi. I've been waiting to crochet an amigurumi, so this is the one I'm working on. Kangaroo Kira. And now I suspect this pattern is supposed to come out to about maybe 12 inches max. But that's because she's using a 1.5 millimeter crochet hook. But I don't use 1.5. I don't have the yarn for 1.5. I have yarn. Well, all my yarn is medium weight. So really I just use a 3 millimeter. So my kangaroo is going to be probably 15 to 18 inches. It's going to be huge. I made the head last night, which doesn't really look like anything. Just kind of looks like a little bit of an alien head. But I mean, that's huge. That's like bigger than a softball. So you got that on top of the body. You know it's going to be a big thing. And I'm just starting to work on the hood for the head. And yeah, I just needed to work on something different. So that's what I've got crochet wise. Now I'm seeing a lot of posts on Facebook and everywhere else saying, you know, buy USA, buy USA. Well, that's really good in theory, and as much as you can, you should buy USA if you live in the USA. But just remember that your dollar stores are stocked with stuff from China, and it isn't the Chinese people that cause the current problem that's going on. And if you say, well, you're not going to buy anything made in China, you're going to put all your dollar stores out of business. And remember, those merchants already paid for that stuff. So I mean, what are they supposed to do with it if you say, well, I'm not going to buy anything that's not made in USA? So go ahead and keep buying. Don't worry about it. Remember, the Chinese people and the Chinese government are two separate entities. The poor Chinese people, yeah. Well, I feel bad for any group living under a communist regime. So, anyhow, also, just think about, like Michael's, probably half the stuff that comes out of Michael's is from China. And even like, I don't know how many yarn brands are made in China, but like, for example, Craftsmart comes out of China. I have a lot of Craftsmart. I like Craftsmart. I'm not going to stop buying Craftsmart. As long as Michaels carries it, I will just keep buying it. You know, someday our country could have an issue with Turkey. I don't know. Or have tariff and trade embargoes and whatever with Turkey. Well, how much of your yarn comes from Turkey? So much comes from there. So, you know, the Turkish government and the Turkish people, just like with China, they're two separate entities. So, anyhow, right now in our greater LA area, even though I don't technically live in the city of LA, we are required to wear a mask anytime we go out in public. Now I'm thinking, if I'm standing on my street corner and there isn't another soul around, who cares if I wear a mask? I mean, that's just absolutely ludicrous. Anyhow, I feel very fortunate and feel very blessed that I received a couple of masks. Here's one of them from Billy the Crafty Floridian. So thank you, Billy. I love my masks. And I've had to go to the vet. Well, I have to go back again today, take the landlady and one of her cats, because the cat got into a fight with another cat and developed an abscess on the belly from a bite. And I had to have stitches, well, I had to have it drained, and so it's had little drainage tubes and stuff, and I think that's all coming out today. But you can't even go inside the vet building. You have to wait in your car with your mask on for a vet tech to come out to your car and get the animal, and then they bring it back to you. You just can't, there's just no waiting room inside there anymore for you to go into. So yeah, let's just wait in your car. And actually, I think it makes things speed up a little bit, because it just goes so much faster than having the owner in there yakking away with the vet, which my landlady tends to do, yak, yak, yak. And yeah. Now I should also say about the landlady, she's only a few years older than me, but you know, of course I call her the landlady because number one, she is, but that also protects her privacy, because you'll never see her on any of these videos. But I don't want you to think she's some old decrepit, little old frail landlady. No. So anyways, these little masks come in handy when I'm sitting in the car. And I go to the post office, I just drop things off. And that was another thing I wanted to talk about, was how everybody can be just a little more self-sufficient during these times. If you're not using Click and Ship, why aren't you using Click and Ship for priority mail? Now, if you've got now, of course, Click and Ship does not do first class mail, but it does do priority mail. So if you're sending something priority mail and you know how much it weighs, or even if you're just using a flat rate box, print your label online. You can have the post office pick your stuff up from your door. Now I tried that where I live right now, and that was kind of hit and miss. But when I used to live in West Hollywood, I would just leave it by our mailboxes, which were inside our complex, our apartment building, and I would just leave my stuff to go, and the postman would pick it up. Of course, he knew to pick it up because when you just have a call thing that you have to fill out when you do your click and ship. But that's just another thing, is use click and ship. That'll save you a trip to the post office sometimes if the postman will come to your door. Like I said, ours is kind of hit and miss, so I just take it to the post office. But it's already got the postage on it, and I just drop it in the bin, and I'm out. In, out. Boom. Yeah, no standing in line for stuff this right now. Also, you know, usually I buy supplies for the parakeets at the pet store, and I'm just not out and about right now. The landlady and I just kind of not going anywhere. And I realized, why am I so worried about getting to the pet store? I can just buy this stuff on eBay. And sure enough, I can. And cheaper than in the pet store. So right now my birds are well stocked with treats and well stocked with bird food. So yeah, so see what you can order off of eBay for stuff that you would normally go to, say, a pet store for, or some other place. Even my shipping supplies, I kept thinking, I've got to go to our one shipping supply store in Pasadena, and I need packing peanuts and boxes. I buy, okay, see, the post office doesn't provide everything. So I get these little 5x5x5 boxes, and usually when I ship out We Forest Folk, those things like weigh 1 ounce, they weigh nothing. And I can put it in the box and everything goes out just fine. But I was like, okay, guess what? I can buy that stuff on eBay. I can buy packing peanuts on eBay. Cheaper, free shipping. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So see how many things that you use or that you make special trips for that maybe you can just do online and save yourself a little hassle, save driving around, whether it's this current crisis that we're in or not. Just save yourself a little time. So anyhow, I guess I've kind of rambled on for long enough, and that's about it for the moment. Oh, but I did want to, see, I'll always add one extra thing. If you are a seamstress at all, think about making masks for your family, for your friends, for your neighbors, because you can't buy them in the store. I mean, they're just not there. So, you know, see what you can do to help out. Everybody needs to just do their part right now and just come together and help each other. So, well, now I really have rambled on, and I will talk to y'all later from a virus-free zone. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.